Aloha again, everybody. Mike Drutar, principal broker and owner of Next Home Paradise Realty here on the Big Island of Hawaii. And today I have a very, very special property to bring you. This is one of the finest estates in the entire state of Hawaii. This is located at the Point in Keauhou Bay. You're going to see a property with multiple parcels, 4 separate structures, including an absolutely spectacular main home with incredible attention to detail that you're not going to find anywhere. This is listed by Curtis Becker at Coldwell Banker Island Properties. I want to give a big thank you to them for letting us bring you this property. Curtis is going to be on camera later. He's going to tell you a little bit about this. No one knows the property better than him. There are so many details in this property. I can't wait to show them all to you. Get ready to see something truly spectacular. Hey guys, we're going to do this one a little bit different today. I'm starting on the back of the property. I'm recording in studio for a little bit just because there were so many people around. It got really loud inside the house at some points. Other parts of the video, it'll sound like it normally does, but I do want to go into all the details here and make sure you know as much as you can about this house in a half-hour video. I'm going to give you some of the details right off the bat. It is 5 parcels put together, totaling 1.32 acres. We have an 8,900 square feet of living area in each of these 4 structures. This is the main house that I'm going in right here, and you can see it's very impressive on the entry. And as you walk in, I challenge you to do anything other than what I do as soon as I walk in this door. You see the impressive ceilings, you see the amazing floorings. It's really great, but you just can't help it. You walk straight through this amazing home and take in this view. This is absolutely spectacular. You just don't see this anywhere. Anyone who walks into this house, you just can't help but walk outside and check it out. This isn't your home with a bunch of pocket sliders. The doors actually roll up into the ceiling and fade away. You can see right there in those little slats, they just disappear. And look at this, all the way down that side and all the way in front of you through this huge, absolutely massive living room. All those just go away. And so you feel like you're outside. You're absolutely taking in the breezes. It's truly spectacular. Guys, I really can't get into all of the detail of this property because it would take 2 to 3 hours. A proper viewing of this would be hours, but check that out. An amazing piece of artwork, natural opal right there. You can't even get that stuff anymore. But the attention to detail to put the lights in the floor in a permanent way so that it'll showcase that piece forever. Absolutely amazing. Great attention to detail, and you're going to see that in so many areas. Right here, that's not level 5 sheetrock with a skim coat, which is just about as good as it gets. That's plaster. It's colored plaster, so you're not going to have to come back and paint this thing every few years. And this is something that's really important, and this is some attention to detail that you see throughout this home. Listen, I see oceanfront houses all the time, and I see renovations on oceanfront houses all the time. And I gotta tell you, most of the time when I'm walking through there and I see what they're doing, I'm like, well, you're going to have to spend another $250,000 here in a couple years because what you're doing isn't going to work this close to the water. That's not going to happen on this place. They built it to last and to stand up to the elements. It is absolutely spectacular and very intelligently done. Okay, so we got a guest bedroom down here, which, I mean, check out the view that you're going to get from your guest bedroom. Pretty amazing. But you have an en-suite bath. You have that great closet we were just in with an incredible built-in. Check out the work here on the countertop with this amazing apron. We got the laser cut on the stone, so you're not even seeing the seams brought down. Those cuts are done at a 45 and the apron is put on there. Looks absolutely spectacular. And the house looks so amazing. They got to put these little stickers here on the glass into the shower. I would have walked right into it. Impressive work on that. And then you're looking up, like, what kind of tile is that, Mike? Well, that's not tile. That's a solid piece of stone right there, my friends. So talk about attention to detail. I like the band of riverstone and the riverstone down at your feet. But you even have an outdoor shower. Check that out. I mean, that shower back there was really cool, but I think I'd probably just keep using the outdoor shower. And then right from there, out to the bay. Pretty amazing. So now we're going to be back in the hallway, walking to our next bedroom. And this space is really cool. You know how I love spaces that can be flexed into being so many different things. You do have a closet. You do have your en-suite bath. We're going to get to that in a second. But man, you can make this a bedroom, a workout room, a yoga room. You could have a massage table set up there and get your massages through there. Look at these giant doors on either side, allowing all this incredible airflow. You could make this an office, a hobby room. There's just so much that you can do with this. And then in here to this bathroom, pretty amazing setup in here as well. Again, we have our built-ins. We have the dresser built in over there. Pretty spectacular. We have, again, an incredible bathroom that's very, very similar to the last one that we just had. A little bit different shower setup here. But you're also going to see this one has a really cool outdoor shower that's totally different. And you can see even the bathroom here is so open to bring in these breezes. Really spectacular. So there's our indoor shower. We have a little seating area we just passed over there to our left that comes off that room. But we come around the corner down here, and then coming out of the lava rock wall up top there, yeah, a really cool outdoor shower over here like a waterfall. I love it. And now we're here in the main part of the house, and this is where this house really is really kind of spectacular. We have this custom table. I can't remember if that was monkey pod or mango, but check out this kitchen. Oh my, it's just so good. I love, love, love this jade look here on the countertop. And you'll notice the texture coming through in there. They have that leathered, and they did a really good job of matching up texture to the grain that was already there, the veins in the wood, and it looks spectacular. And then over here, more attention to detail that you don't just normally see. Occasionally you'll see book-matched cabinet doors on here like you have. You notice it's just one look all the way down, and the grain matches up from vertical pieces from top to bottom. But on this one, they also go left to right. So it was one large plank of wood that was used to cut and make each of those. And you can see it again over here. Really great job on these custom cabinets. The fronts look amazing. Of course, you do have soft close and dovetail joints as you would expect. You have a 6-burner gas grill. I just can't get over how amazing those countertops look. Really spectacular. I've seen some great ones. This kitchen might end up being my favorite kitchen that I've seen, probably in ever. And then over here, look, we got these drawers here. Keep some lightly refrigerated items. Really nice setup on that. And then a couple other things that I really like about this is you got your double ovens there, but you continue on and you have a butler's pantry with side-by-side. I believe those were Sub-Zeros, and you can see we have the bamboo fronts on those and on the cabinets matching all the way in there. That's really great because there's no way someone's going to buy this house and not do an incredible amount of entertaining. And you're going to need a staff to do this. When you have those parties, you're going to need to have 2 to 4 people serving, cooking, cleaning, working to put on the best party. And they have that pantry for that. And then behind that, look at this incredible beach entry. I believe that was a PebbleTech bottom pool with your infinity edge overlooking historic Keauhou Bay, one of the most special places in all of Hawaii. I mean, this house does not disappoint in any way. Truly spectacular. And then back in here to the main house. We're going to hear from the listing agent next. He's going to tell you a lot about the property. He does a really good job with it. Aloha, everyone. I got Curtis Becker, Coldwell Banker Island Properties. He's the listing agent. He's going to tell us a little bit about this property, one of the really spectacular properties that you're going to find in the state of Hawaii. We're going to take a stroll around and tell me a little bit about the history of this property. The owner had bought it and did a lot of work to get it to where it is today over the last few years.
So it took over 10 years to acquire all the TMKs, to get the permitting from the county to build the point house and to remodel the other homes on site. It's a unique site in that it's a peninsula, and you own majority of that peninsula here in Hawaii. So you have water on 3 sides. You get the Pacific Ocean, Heia Bay, and Keauhou Bay.
And there's some things about this property, because it's an older property that's been around for a while. There's certain things. You were mentioning how you have lights going out here at night on the ocean, which is something you can't even do anymore.
Yes, so things like that are grandfathered in. The lights in the water, which the lighting here is spectacular at night especially. The whole place lights up like a resort. The rock wall itself was built by the Army Corps of Engineers and is made to withstand pretty much anything.
It's pretty spectacular. You're out here on the point and you have a bay, like you were mentioning, on either side of you. So when you get the swells that come in, they sort of just, the waves just sort of split right here on the point and go around either side.
So yeah, the waves will split because you're protected by a natural reef in the front. The lava flow went out there a ways, and this reef protects from high surf. So you can be standing on the rock wall and not get a splash of water, and have 20-foot waves to the south of you.
So one of the things that does happen is, the ocean does do some wear and tear on the house if you don't make proper plans for it. So one thing I noticed, and you talked about this, is that there's no paint.
There's no paint, there's no glass either. So it's epoxy or plaster throughout the home, and Tallius doors and screens. So those go into the ceiling, so the indoor becomes the outdoor. And all the light fixtures are brass, bronze, or copper. So it was very well planned out and built like a yacht.
Some of the things that are in this house that are include, there's the furniture and you have the artwork. Some of the artwork pieces are pretty special. I remember you showed me the one thing in the powder room was a pretty spectacular piece in that, it has some history to Hawaii Island going way back.
That's correct. So King Kamehameha III was born in this bay, and there was a lot of historical events that happened in this bay. The Hulua slide, which was an entertainment thing the Hawaiians did. The flagger to start the slide started on this property, and the rock is out in the front. So very historical. They preserved the history here, and just want to pass it on to the next generation.
I thought it was really neat down the hallway going into that the bedroom here on the lower level. They had a replica of a slide.
Yes.
I thought that was really pretty special that they did that in there.
Yeah, and the storyboard shows the Hulua slide guy coming down, and that's exactly the position up on the mountain of where he would be sliding down. So
on that inlay, that was probably one of the more spectacular features that I've seen in a kitchen before. It was just absolutely breathtaking. When I saw it, I couldn't even really believe what I was looking at.
Yeah.
That kitchen is truly one of a kind. Probably my favorite kitchen that I've seen on Hawaii Island. This house is an amazing house for entertaining, and an incredible family compound, a real rare opportunity that you'll ever have.
Yes, I would agree with that. So the owners designed it to where they could entertain hundreds of guests. They have them go home, or the friends and family could come here, enjoy the point house, and then go stay in their own home when the time was done.
That's perfect. I like having a main house that entertains 40 and sleeps just a couple. And then to me the final thing that really just blew me away was the master bedroom up top. Absolutely spectacular level, indoor shower, and an outdoor shower that you almost didn't even realize was there as an outdoor shower.
Yes.
And just the spectacular view again with those doors that you have that you just roll up and down.
It's it was designed. The owners know that you spend a third of your life in a bedroom, so they designed it as such. You spend so much time in there, might as well make it premier. They have central AC up there, and the outside becomes the inside. You get sunrise and sunsets 365 days a year from that bedroom.
Well, it's pretty spectacular. Thank you for bringing this to us. I think this is truly one of the most amazing properties that anyone's going to see in the state of Hawaii. And I hope someone out there snatches this up soon. It's a rare opportunity.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate the time.
Aloha. Okay, guys, we're going to pick it back up and make our way upstairs. Check out the woodwork done on that staircase, on those treads going up. That's really, really nice. It felt so good. and it was just absolutely attractive. That's some of the attention to detail that you don't see anywhere. This upstairs area is just the owner's level, 1,337 square feet, the best views on the entire property. You don't have to let anyone up here if you buy this. This is all your level. There's nothing else up here except this for the owner. And then, I mean, the views were incredible downstairs, obviously, but then you come up here and it's at an absolute, it's at another level. Huge room for your bed here. I mean, there's more room than you could ever need. It's really pretty amazing. You got your bed set up over here, nightstands. You have a jacuzzi style tub out there on the lanai over there to the side. You have your lanai out there. You have these doors that go up into the ceiling again. I mean, you can't even call it a picture window. It's like the entire wall is just set up with this. And again, you're just going to find yourself looking outside and enjoying this view with the incredible ocean, the palm trees, and all that. Great built-ins. We've seen this throughout the home. That doesn't stop down here up here on the owner's level. So nice job on that. You're going to see some of the countertops that we had down in the kitchen are also right up in here. Nice job on that. So everything has a consistent look. And then right there, you'll see that those cuts. That's where the TV is at. So if for some reason you are getting tired of that view and you want to watch TV, I can't imagine, but there you go. I would probably just be staring at that thing the whole time. And then, people could have sheetrocked this. These guys didn't. Look at the custom work here on the ceiling treatment. Gorgeous. The way that looks, it's incredible. And then about half of this level is the owner's suite, bathroom, closet. We have a his and hers style setup here with opposite sides, two different wings here on this bathroom level. You can see we have a toilet and a bidet here, and we come through to this huge shower with so much room. So you have an indoor shower with, you can see multiple shower heads, you got body sprayers, all that set up in this really gorgeous tile, and I think you're able to see the texture that we have in there, bringing in the waves of the ocean here inside. That's a really cool setup. And you might think, well, you're upstairs, so you must not have an outdoor shower. Well, you would be wrong. You get an outdoor shower here too. There's a puka cut up there in the ceiling. So, hey, there you go. You're an outdoor shower, even upstairs, with this large opening looking up Mauka on Hualai Mountain. And then the other side of this owner's suite, closet, and bathroom setup with these tremendous built-ins. We do have closets in here. I didn't put those on video just to protect the owner's privacy with their personal belongings in there. Pretty amazing job here. Let's pick this back up over by the ocean and continue on to the other structures on the property. Okay, so here we are taking a look at the property. I'm going to spin around and give you an idea of this expansive, literally like 200-degree ocean view. It's pretty spectacular when you're out here on the point. Take a last look at the main home. Spectacular work on the entire home. No paint used anywhere. So this is all plaster, so it's going to stand up to the elements. You see all the copper flashing, the copper roof. Over time that will patina, but it won't be rusting like you would with other materials. So just incredible attention to detail. Look, even copper flashing down here on the siding for our elevated planter built into our deck. The attention to detail is just beyond anything you're going to see anywhere else. Continuing on through the Coconut Grove, we have ocean access down here. There's actually a set of steps. You can take over that wall and go right down. Jump in if you're a swimmer. We can see the back of the Infinity Edge pool. You have a large storm door with ample, boy, I was just in there. It's probably about 850 square feet of storage that you have for keeping things. Pretty spectacular setup all the way around. Everything here is done to such an extreme level. You're just not going to find this anywhere else. This is so great for a family compound because not only that incredible main house that we just saw, but you have 1, 2, 3 other structures in here, so you can really make a family compound. And your neighbor, really, the only neighbor that you have is the ocean. I think you can compare this property, all this together, $27.5 million. Compare this to any $40, $50 million oceanfront property that you'll see in Los Angeles in that market. I think you'll agree that this compares way better and is a more special property, something that you should consider if you're in that market. As we enjoy the guest house here, this is what I would say is the second guest house. They have this set up really well. It's a wonderful view over to the south, this massive covered lanai area here, so you're comfortable all day long. Get wonderful breezes coming in. We're looking at a good, I'd say 14 by 70 foot, 60 foot lanai, really large. And then coming in here, they didn't change and just let this go to not be at the level that you expect. We still have this natural quartzite stone. This is the perfect flooring to use when you're this close to the ocean. It does a great job of being easy to walk on and standing up to the elements. And then wonderful work. Look at those beams up there. Tongue and groove ceiling. Louvered windows at the far end. Plenty of airflow coming through here. This is going to be comfortable year-round. I love this nod to Hawaiian historical architecture. A pune. This is like a daybed that someone would use. And you see it in a few homes here and there, but it is kind of a special thing. You don't see that in a lot of other places, but it's something that we do have here in Hawaii from time to time. And we have a second pune over there. Huge area here in your living area. You could even make this much larger and easily have a larger table there if that's something that you wanted to do. Over here into our kitchen. Once again, the attention to detail on this, you know, when they make these, you notice that you have nice look here, and you notice that you don't have a seam right here. There's a water jet that cuts this at a 45, and then it's put together. So it has this large block look. And they've also done the leathering on this texture here. It looks really good. Kind of this natural travertine look. Absolutely gorgeous over here in our guest house. So ample space in here in our kitchen. We even have a bathroom in here in our guest house, of course. We see that wonderful countertop right there as well. Continuing on, let's check out our bedroom real quick here in our guest house. Plenty of closet space all the way straight through. We have an Eastern King with plenty of seating area, louvered windows, sliding glass door. I know I've mentioned it. Art is included, and everything's just, price is out the door. Totally furnished for you here. Have your own private bathroom here. So plenty of space in this guest house number 2 of your family compound. Our primary guest house has a 4-car garage down below, so plenty of space there, and a wonderful area to sit and enjoy yourself down here in the shade if you want to be. And then we have access to the upstairs area. This is currently being used as an office, but you have a ton of flexibility with this space to really do it exactly as you want to. Extended family, large gatherings. This is just the ultimate family compound estate here in Hawaii. We see continued use of copper and ohia throughout, and our plaster siding, as well as our stucco and plaster on the exterior of the home. Wonderful walkway going all the way around. We can see our Caretakers cottage, our second guest house, and the main house right across the way as we get all the way out to the edge of the point. And we see these large doors coming down here, letting plenty of airflow in the house. So great job on this. How do you like that for your office? I'm thinking that's my Zoom background right there. What do you think, guys? I'm setting my desk up right here, the camera shooting out, and there you have it. Perfect space for your office. As they have it set up right now, they got a large office right here, large roll-up door on the other side as well, so just tons of airflow coming through here. Private bathroom here in this office. And of course, we're not going to have just a regular door. Beautiful craftsmanship and attention to detail on that. Coming in here, they have this set up as a little bit of a TV area and an exercise room. When I tell you this house has art that comes with it, this is some significant stuff. This is absolutely incredible. This was painted on wood. It looks like it's stained on wood to me, from an artist over in Molokai. And this tells the story of Keauhou Bay, which is where you are on this really special property. Stamped concrete up here as the flooring, yes, on the second level. So how's that? And then up here, pretty spectacular view all the way around. Large jacuzzi tub, perfect. And then we have our bathroom in here. Wonderful setup up here for this guest house. I think there's so many different things that you can do up here is what really makes this, this space really, really unique. So we've seen the main house, we've seen the two guest houses. Finally, our final structure here gives you some flexibility. You can have a third guest house, or you can maintain this as a caretaker's cottage. So if you're going to be living here or staying here a few months of the year, it might be a good idea to have a caretaker on site to manage the property and take care of it, make sure everything's done, maintenance is taken care of, and everything's up to the standards that you expect. So wonderful space for your caretaker to stay, everything that they need. You got your living area, granted over here in the kitchen, everything that they need. And as we look, you can go upstairs to the bedroom loft. Continuing, we have a bathroom down here and a bedroom. Thank you once again to Curtis Becker and Coldwell Banker Island Properties for letting me bring this to you. Spectacular home. If this is something you're interested in, my contact information is down in the description below. I hope to see you again real soon. Aloha.